What are we talking about today? Today we're talking about your management team and organization for your trucking company business plan. I know what you're thinking. Brother Brandon, I am the management team and organization. I hear you. In this video, we will touch on your experience in the first subsection of your business plan, key personnel. Then we will move on to the second subsection of your management team and organization, which is key partnerships. In key partnerships, we will do individual videos on how to select an insurance company, whether or not you need a dispatcher, how to select an accountant, attorney, what bank will you use, who is going to keep up with your IFTA, IRP, and other licenses and permits. Who will you use for ELD? Load board? How will you track your profit and loss? And what will you use to track your miles? If you have any questions, need help getting started, or need a copy of our free trucking business plan template, you can call 833-ROADHOG or email us at info@qpfactoring.com. Let's go. Welcome to Bottom Line Trucking. My name is Brandon Bennett, owner and founder of QP Capital Business Funding and Consulting. We have helped thousands of trucking companies get started, grow quickly, and operate profitably. At QP Capital, one call does it all. From authority setup, registration, permits, licenses, we even do dispatch and insurance. In this series, we're going to give you the most detailed information you need to know when starting and growing a trucking company. We're going to give you the step-by-step know-how from setting up your LLC, applying for your authority, maximizing revenue, my personal favorite, signing that direct shipper, and finally, scaling the company so you don't have to do it all yourself. So smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, give us a little like click so you can get updates when we release a new video. As mentioned previously, the first subsection of management team and organization is key personnel. If you are like the other 95% of new trucking companies, you are the one and only personnel.
The most powerful wolf is the lone wolf.
So good news, you're the front runner for the manager of the year for your company. So what you're going to do in this section is give yourself a little credit. You're going to list all of your pertinent experience in trucking. Maybe you have been a driver for a number of years. Maybe you've been a broker, so you have seen the business from a different perspective. Maybe you've been a dispatcher, so you know how to move trucks around the country efficiently. You will also want to list any general business experience you have. If you have had previous businesses, you will want to discuss it here, whether the business was successful or not. If you help start a business or help grow a business, you will want to mention this as well, especially if you helped grow the revenue. If you're lucky enough to have a spouse or a friend or employee that is going to help you get started, you will also want to highlight their industry and business experience. You will also list the job duties of each person. If you're the only person involved, this will help you decide what you want to do yourself and what you would like to outsource. By outsource, I mean hire someone to do it for you within your company or hire a vendor externally. We will make sure you can afford to outsource what you would like when we go over the financial projections for your business plan. So in the beginning, you may have some responsibilities you're not totally comfortable with at first or not great at, but you have a goal to be able to outsource those when the time comes. Now the time comes to slap that subscribe button and crack that notification bell so you will be in the know when the financial projections video and each key partnership video drops. So the second subsection of management team and organization is key partnerships. And today we're going to learn how to select a trucking insurance company. Remember, at QP Capital, one call does it all, and that includes trucking insurance. Truck insurance options aren't all equivalent. That's why it is important to be forward-thinking for finding the best fit for your company. Here are 3 brass-bound questions to ask your insurance agent. First question is, how much coverage do I need? Any good trucking insurance agent should know that $750,000 is required in commercial general liability insurance. However, most brokers and shippers will not load your truck unless you have $1 million.
$1 million.
This may seem high, but I know you've seen the Hammer out there advertising,
Can't touch this.
as well as multiple other personal injury attorneys. And when a semi-truck is involved in an accident, they cause a great deal of damage to whatever they hit, even if it isn't the driver's fault. As far as cargo coverage goes, the minimum is $5,000 per vehicle and $10,000 per occurrence for transporting household goods, and is not required at all for other types of goods. Once again, most brokers and shippers are looking for at least $100,000 here, but this is very dependent on what you're hauling. Your insurance agent should know this. If you're hauling expensive equipment or materials, additional coverage may be necessary. You don't want to overinsure or underinsure your truck and trailer. Just like with Goldilocks, you want it to be just right.
Just right.
What about physical damage? This covers the chicken lights and chrome, son.
Chicken lights and chrome.
This means the investment you have made in your truck. It covers a variety of claims other than collision, such as fire, theft, vandalism, wind, and even hail. The second question is, can you change my policy quickly? Client service is important in trucking insurance. While you're out there chirping gears and pulling brodies, sometimes you change what you're hauling on a regular basis, even day to day or load to load. If you need to add trailer interchange insurance or another truck to complete a load, you don't want to wait in the call queue and lose a hot load. The last question is, can you help me with my safety and compliance? As a carrier governed by FMCSA regulations, it's not a great idea to wait until you're audited by the FMCSA to worry about safety. Passive safety programs are insufficient and can lead to increased fines. This can raise your safety measurement system score, which can increase your insurance premium. You need an agency that can help coach you with the latest and greatest safety practices.
Safety begins and ends with you.
Here are 3 things you need to know about trucking insurance. Number 1, it's not cheap. We'll discuss this further when we do our financial projections. Most people are sticker shocked when they realize the price they have to pay for trucking insurance. This is why it's so important to have a business plan first before applying for that authority or wasting money setting up an LLC and bank accounts, etc. So you know how much money you have to start, and you can run a profitable business with the cost of insurance from the onset. Number 2 is always use an agent. You cannot get a cheaper rate by going directly through the insurance provider. And if you get an agent that knows what they are doing and specializes in commercial trucking insurance, they will be knowledgeable enough to help your business tremendously. Most insurance agents are actually brokers and write for the company providing the insurance. This allows you to shop multiple insurance companies with a trusted individual. Most new trucking ventures are underwritten by Progressive. However, Great West, Berkshire Hathaway, Northland, Century, and Lancer could possibly be options depending on the trucking company. Lastly, watch out for scams. When you go to get an actual quote, you should have your MC and DOT number. Insurance carriers won't give you an actual quote until you have one or both of them. So be wary if anyone says they can give you a quote without it. They may give you an estimate, but not an actual quote. You'll probably have to give personal info such as name, social, and driver's license info. To finish the quote, they will need some business information and vehicle info. All of this together can be sensitive information, so you need a trusted agent who you are providing your information to. Carrier identity fraud is a popular scam to run a double brokering scheme. Additionally, while we are on the subject of insurance scams, a dash cam is a phenomenal idea. The news is littered with cars intentionally crashing into trucks for insurance money. If you need a dash cam, there's a link for one in the description below. Here are the top 5 factors that are going to affect your insurance premium. The first thing is garaging location. Surprising, isn't it? People in heavily congested areas will have a higher base rate than those in more rural locations. Your driving radius can also impact your premiums. The further you drive, the higher it can be. The second factor is time in business. This is good news because as your business ages, your insurance costs can be reduced. The third is driver quality. This will drastically impact your rates. If you have drivers with more experience and a quality safety rating, it will improve your rates. The fourth factor is DOT violations or lack thereof. If you have a less than average DOT violations number with positive safety inspections, it can improve your rates. Lastly, do you have a formal safety program? Having one in place can positively impact your rates. If you need help with a safety program, you can email info@qpfactoring.com or call 833-ROAD-HAUL. So to recap, you can save time and money with an insurance broker like QP Financial. You can get personalized attention for your individual business as we sit to determine your insurance needs and salvage you the time and frustration of comparing quotes. We have abundant options to the area's largest selection of insurance so you can get the coverage you need and get it quickly. There's your bottom line. See you next time.
Hey, we need quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Here we go.
Switch out here. Switch the neck. Excuse me. A little something to the soup here. A trash can. Mr. McHugh, cargo coverage goes. Congo. I had it that time too. I had it. Now is the time. Really hammered that one, didn't I? Additional coverage may be necessary. Remix. Man, this video is all jacked up.